Well, hello, this is Rochelle, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't liked or subscribed to this channel just yet, please do so, and you can get notifications of future video uploads. For today, I'm going to be showing you in as best I can how easy it is to work with these Ivytree Studio downloadables. They're digital downloads that you can print and use in whichever way or form you would like to. Be it scrapbooking, gift box decorating, I don't know, there's so many ways that you can use these in. I am very fond of traveler's notebooks, and so she has these traveler notebooks, or they have these traveler's notebooks kits that you can purchase digitally and then print out and assemble your own traveler's notebook. So here's me literally printing this kit from my PDF document, my Adobe PDF document. I'm printing them, and I'm making sure that I am printing front and back so that I have enough journaling space with these wonderful. Some of them have grid, and some of them are lined, and some of them are plain. So you can do whatever you want inside of your traveler's notebook with this entire set. I also took a piece of trace paper because I want to use one of the full pages to make a little pocket for my traveler's notebook. I'm going to do some prayer writing and scripture writing in this specific journal for me. I love this mixed media look outside or cover for this. And then just showing you that this page comes, or this front cover comes with complete instructions. Even on the settings for your printer, it is there. It says to print it full page, and then you fold each page in half, and you're going to be cutting off the sides only at the end. This makes it easier to get a smooth straight edge that lines up on your traveler's notebook on all sides. So you take the A4 paper as it is, and you fold it in half, and you then use your long arm staple, or if you don't have one of these, you can just make the holes and staple it through, or bind it. I know that there are people who sew it, all kinds of amazing, fantastic things. I prefer this long arm stapler. It's an investment in my eyes because I have so many traveler's notebooks, and when I do classes or any event, I usually do a little traveler's notebook just so that there's place to practice in. If you make a mistake, just get out the stapler. It's very easy, or the staple, and try again. So now that it's stapled and we have it folded, we can now use our metal ruler and a craft knife. If you want to use a paper trimmer, you can use that. I like this way. For me, it's got more precision to it. So yeah, and you'll see that the width of it then is 11 centimeters. I like to cut my corners, so I use my corner chomper, and I just chomp off the edges or the corners so that it's nice and rounded. And I also like it the full height of the A4 page, which is 21 centimeters if I remember correctly. So my printer doesn't print all the way, but I want to show you that you can work around it, do a little bit of creative editing, make it your own, have your own thumbprint on this specific project. Any project that you do, remember to make it your own. So I'm going to be using some washi tape, very skinny washi tape that I have in my stack that matches these colors just absolutely perfectly. And so I'm going to put those in that little white space that my printer left on this this traveler's cover. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I don't always go and have my stuff printed, because sometimes it can work out a little bit expensive. I have a printer. It is an inkjet printer, so it's not ideal. It's not, all the prettiness, but it works. I want to show you that if you use what you have, it works. And so here's something I saw on, I believe the YouTube channel is Dearly D. She also does some memory keeping in travelers' journals, and I will link her channel down below. This week she made a vellum pocket for her travelers' journal, and I was just flabbergasted at how beautiful this was. And then I decided to try it on my own. And again, I'm including all of this so that you can see what to do and what not to do. This was not necessarily the easiest option or process or decision. I'm very sure that there are way easier ways, but I wanted to show you to try. Use what you have and try. So I didn't have vellum, but I did have trace paper. I think it's a 90 GSM trace paper, so it's a little bit thicker than just the thin flimsy pieces of trace paper. And now I'm trying to figure out and suss out these these measurements on this pocket. And yeah, I'm very sure, like I said, very sure that there's got to be easier ways. But I like the look of this pocket or envelope. It's not your standard, pocket envelope. It's one of those that's got the little loopies that you can tie your string around, and you'll see what I mean at the end. I don't know the technical names for any of those. So at the bottom I've got about 2 centimeters. I'm cutting those straight. That will be the bottom flap that is secure. And then at the top I'm cutting it at a bit of an angle. I think it was about 1.5 centimeter angle, just so that whatever I put into this envelope will be easier to take out. And then I decide to chomp the corners. Realize that with vellum or trace paper, it's not as easy as it seems. So I battle a bit with this corner chomping, and I am very upset with myself because I don't understand why. But I'll figure it out. I'm still gonna try a bit more. At the moment, just taking the scissors and smoothing out those corners. Okay, so now I know that I want to use double-sided tape to stick these together, but before I do so, I want to put in that one split pin loop thingy that this string would go around to close this pocket with. And I am thinking how I'm going to be doing this, finding some split pins that I think will be suitable for both the traveler's journal and strong enough to hold the string. Now I know that those things have some reinforcers. It's like a circle. These manila envelopes that you get, I think they're all brown envelopes that go from one person to the next, those envelopes. If you know what I'm talking about. Go check out her channel. You'll see her gorgeous one. It's an absolute success. Mine is a bit more sussing out how this is going to work. And I look forward to trying it again and, using different methods and maybe even making just plain envelopes. But this was a lot of fun for me. So I've got my 2 circles. I'm cutting or punching my holes through with my hammer. Sorry for the shakiness there. And then I'm going to be putting these split pins through the top flap and about a third down from the top flap into this edge, this right side flap that's going to be double-sided taped onto the other one to cover the envelope. I'm hoping any of this makes sense. This is a beautiful paper. It's part of the Ivytree Studio new collection called Vibrance, as well as this traveler's notebook that I made in the beginning. It's also from their new collection. It was just launched, and so if you haven't seen it, go check out the unboxing of that on the Creative Girls, I think it's Creative Play Club. I need to just make sure. You'll see it down in the description, and they have some live play dates that you can check out, and in this specific play date they are releasing this brand new range called Revive was the previous one. This one's called Vibrance. And so you'll see that the double-sided tape with the trace paper, it's not like in your face, but you can still see it. And that's one of those things. It's okay. I didn't have baker's twine, so I started with some piece of string that I had to kind of make into one long piece because I didn't have. And then in the end found like a yellow type of twine that I used, and you'll see that in my end pictures. Deciding whether or not I'm going to be putting it in the front or in the back, bearing in mind that those split pins are a bit dimensional, so I need to put it in a place where it won't bother me when I stamp or write or those things. So again, just putting some double-sided tape on this pocket on the back so that I can secure it onto the side. I don't want it to be falling out. I'm going to be putting some prayers in there, documenting some prayers in there with my scripture writing, and so it's just a pretty place to keep your prayers. I don't know, just fun. Like I said, saw it on a channel, decided to try it. I have all these leftovers from previous journals that I made, and so I am just putting it writing my prayers on there so that I can use the paper and also put it in my journal. And so there are 3 things that I'm specifically praying for at the moment: my sister's recovery, my niece's recovery, and a young girl called Ava who has had a traumatic brain injury from a fall, and we are praying for her recovery as well. And then I'm just writing my heading. I will obviously, neaten and tidy this, but it's been a long video so far. So this will be where I do my YouVersion scripture writing for the month of September. Thank you for joining me. I hope you try new things and go check out this gorgeous collection over on the Ivytree Studio eShop, and purchase a few. It's very reasonably priced, and I look forward to seeing what you try and make. See you soon. Bye bye.